Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new video with Troy's Treasures. Going to do another nickel coin roll hunt for you guys tonight, looking for silver nickels and any other foreign coins that I can. If you remember from our last video, silver nickels were made from 1942 to 1945, and 1942 has an asterisk beside it because for it to be considered silver in 1942, the mint mark has to be on the back above Monticello. Not all 1942 nickels were silver. So if you get a 1942 nickel, make sure to look at the back to see if the mint mark is above Monticello. Before we do the nickels though, I did get a question about quarters, and I stated in the last video that I don't normally do quarters just because I don't usually have a lot of luck finding silver quarters. But I'm going to open this roll for you guys, and I have a couple silver quarters here so that you can see. Quarters are very, very simple or easy to look to see if something is silver. And as I open this roll, if you remember from our dime hunt, when you have silver dimes, they're all white on the edge, but you can see plainly these are all copper and nickel. But if I put a silver one in there, let's see if this sticks out like it should. Yeah, you can see it hopefully right there. It's all white. There's no line in there. So if you open a roll, you can see it. Yeah, I can still see it right there. It's sticking out. So that's a silver quarter. Some people search quarters for errors and die chips and cracks in the lamination process. I don't do any of that. So I search for silver, and that's pretty much it. There's some pretty famous recent quarter errors that people like to look for, and then they came out with the West Point mint, the W mint mark. I will look for that from time to time, but I'm mainly a silver nickel searcher and silver dime searcher, and I will do halves from time to time. But I do have 10 rolls again tonight for us. The unfortunate part is I have 6 rolls from the facility that were machine rolled, but then I also got 4 rolls that were customer rolled. If you know anything about customer rolls, you never know what you're going to get in these things. You could get pennies, you could get foreign, you can get all kinds of stuff. You just never know. So I don't usually like to get customer rolled rolls from the bank, but this is what they had, so that's what we're going to search tonight. And all these look brand new. I'll just thumb through them real quick. Yeah, if you remember from our last nickel hunt, you could tell that silver one that stuck out in the first roll. There's an old one right there. Something's going on with that one. So, might just be an old nickel. Let me bring this up a little bit so I have a little bit more room. This one's a little older. And you will find buffalo nickels a lot in here from time to time. I found several buffalo nickels. Sorry, getting out of focus there. It's a 1984. What is this one? 1961. All right, nothing in that first roll. On to our second customer rolled roll. I just find that with customer rolls, even though a lot of people don't know we had silver nickels, a lot of times I've been given rolls that are either shorter coin or two, or they've been filled with coins that are not nickels, let's say it that way. And so I just try to avoid those from the bank branch. Given the choice, that would be my last choice. Hope everybody had a good week, is having a good week. There's a 54, so that's an older one. F59. And I generally just keep all nickels that are 59 and older. I don't know, they just made a lot less of them back then than they do now. I can't tell that one. Not silver. And then this is the third customer wrapped roll. We might have something in this one. Here I am bashing customer wrapped rolls. I think it just looks dirty, but we'll see here in a second. 64. Was that it? That was not it. 64 coming up. I've seen the edge. It looks, I think it just looks dirty. Let's see, do you see a mint mark above Monticello? Because I do not. I think that one's just a dirty nickel. But this one, no, 2001, 64. All right, well, I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys just watch me thumb through all these nickels. So I'm gonna do this last customer wrapped roll. And this one, they taped it up. So either there's something they didn't want seen in this roll, or they just want to be extra protective and not lose their money. But I'm going to go with, this is a roll that might be short a coin or have a penny in it. Trust me, it happens a lot. I don't know of any other reason why you would tape your roll other than either you don't want it opened, or I guess you could be afraid that your coins are going to fall out. But what do you guys think? Think I got shorter than this roll? We'll find out here in a second. It's looking like I'm going to come up short. Wow, no. I tell you, that's a rarity for customer wrapped rolls that is taped. Usually it's missing something, or there's a coin in there that you just don't want to look through. Is that a proof? No. All right, when I say it's a proof, sometimes the United States Mint sells proof sets, and they have a different matte finish that's really shiny, but it's part of a set that they sell, and then sometimes people, for whatever reason, break them open, and they'll find their way into the general circulation. So every now and then I'll find a proof. Okay, last 10 on this customer wrapped roll. That's maybe a proof right there. Is that an S? I'll put that one down. I have to look at it more closely. That mint mark an S? I think it might be a proof. that is a proof. All right, so this one has been in circulation for a while, but this is a 1999 S. If you look right there, S is for San Francisco. You can see how it's different finish. I mean, it would be perfect once it's busted out of the mint set. But yeah, that's a proof. All right. If I find anything else, I'll bring it back. All right, just bringing you guys back in here for the last roll. Nothing has been found on those other rolls that where I left off. This is the last roll. Maybe one right there, but I think it looks dirty. I don't think it's a silver one. Let's have a look. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Flip it over. Is there a mint mark above Monticello? There is not. We didn't get skunked tonight. We got one proof. All right, so this proof is a 1999 S, and I found a couple of my other proofs to show you guys. You can see this is called a matte finish that they have on the proof sets that the mint sells. So it'll never meant to be in circulation, but sometimes they find their way into circulation, and these are made way less than like ones from Philadelphia or Denver. Looking at my book here. So the 1999 series nickel, 1999 Philadelphia, they made 1.2 billion of. 1999 Denver, they made 1.06 billion of. So that's over 2.2 billion nickels from Philadelphia and Denver. But 1999 S, like this one, they only made 3.3 million of them. Just only because they were intended for mint sets, but for whatever reason, people bust them up and put them in circulation. So that's all we got tonight. No silver. Oh yeah, at today's silver price of $85.16 an ounce, one silver nickel would have been worth $4.79. So I think last time on our last video it was $4.33. So silver has definitely gone up since then. All right, thanks for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next coin roll hunt. Hopefully next time we'll be able to produce some silver for you. Thanks.